we'll flip now, but we'll also take the captains out to let everybody know what's happening at 4 minutes until kickoff.
Okay. At Putnam City, we kicked off both halves. I let the kids do it, and
that's not the way you had it planned.
That wasn't in the plan. No, no, sir.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
What did he just say?
Tails.
That is tails. Broken Arrow wins the toss.
And we will defer.
They're going to defer till the second half.
Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Punch the time clock today, baby. It's not easy for a one-armed man right there. Not easy for a one-armed man. You got to be sweating to play fast. Let's go. Get loosened up.
Come on, Ike.
Get loosened up. No one covers power pass, my friend. You can't stop the power and cover the power pass.
It's brutal.
In the end zone. Let's go. You got it, Coach Graves. See Graves? You got it, baby. All right, let's go. Bring down Tiger. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get him out. Let's go.
Hey, dominate on G. 1, 2, 3. Dominate.
Hey, down that sideline over there. Down that sideline. Back to the locker room over there. Down our sideline. Jog it up. Hey, you got lots of time, man. It's senior night. You got lots of time. Relax, walk around, do whatever you need to do. Don't sit in here and get stiff. Don't sit around and just get stiff. We got lots of time before the game. 30 minutes before we go out.
That was Coach David Alexander during pregame of last Friday's game at Wantland Stadium on the UCO campus against Edmond Santa Fe. Welcome everyone to Inside Tiger Football. I'm Mark Frie, and the man next to me is the man who was under the mic all night long last Friday night, Coach David Alexander.
Yes.
Hey, Coach, we're going to give fans a taste of what it's like to be inside your mind.
Whoa, a lot of dark spaces in there.
Yeah, but also flashes of brilliance.
Flash, you know what, I loved it. I've got to see the highlights that Steve Cowan did on the sidelines. It's fantastic. This will be a great show.
Any time during the game that you forgot that you were mic'd up?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had some senior moments.
Yeah?
Yeah, but it's okay.
That's okay because
Sure.
we want to give fans a true taste.
Yeah, we want to know exactly what's going on. It'll be great. You guys
What it's
enjoy
like
it.
to be in the trenches as they took battle on the field against Edmond Santa Fe. Hey, we're coming to you live from the new AeroVision.tv studios. This is a pretty fancy digs, isn't it?
This is way too fancy for Coach Alexander. I don't know how to act up here.
Yeah, I know. You
I'm a little tense. I'm a little nervous.
Just relax. I got you, Coach. Hey, what a great win as your Tigers took on Edmond Santa Fe last Thursday night, the third Thursday night game of the season and the last one. Let's get right to the highlights.
We ready yet?
Sure.
Sure? Hey, let's go ahead and go. Let's go ahead and go. Let's go, man.
This little lady walked through with the Santa Fe shirt on, cut through there. She goes, "Those aren't high school players, those are grown men."
Oh, it was walk down here to wait again.
How you doing, Coach?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Ain't got to do nothing but stand there and yell.
That's fine.
Yeah. I don't think I can get in them, though.
I don't want to get paid to do that.
7:04 and 30 seconds. There's 40 seconds left till 7:05.
By rule, you're the only one that can call timeout, but if you tell me anybody can call timeout, I will obey by that.
Okay. Anybody can call timeout. Any coach can call timeout.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I think he's kicking it deep. That was the plan. Of course, the wind is now dead.
Here we see the first kickoff. Cantrell, big night, all night, kicking it deep.
Yeah, what a stud. Yard sale. They're a great tailback and great quarterback from Edmond Santa Fe. Didn't have much room Thursday night. Great job by the defense. That was a touchdown. That was a touchdown. Man, he had a touchdown.
Here we go.
Man, I thought you had a touchdown on that tip. You looked at it so late.
Hear me talking to Freesting, you know, he's going for the tackle and the ball was tipped up in the air. I think if he could have kept his eyes up, but you know, he's going to go make the tackle and try to prevent a first down.
You almost get this punt.
I almost get the first punt, and so we know we can block one. We're going to block one here in a little bit, and Coach Holt, special teams coach, really did a good job designing up that play for us.
Great run here. We're going to hear you comment on it.
Yeah, you know, we've got a guy open in the second level back there, and I'd like him to throw it. I'm worried about him taking a sack.
Oh, throw the ball! He wasn't there. I shouldn't want him to take a sack. That's pretty nice. Nice run.
It was a nice run. Ran over their middle linebacker. That's a pretty good run. And the Josh Holliday show continues.
Yeah, he's so explosive with the ball. And here, Warren League fighting for yards and gets a turnover.
He bent it back too far. He fumbled.
He's down.
Talk to him. Coach him up.
Yeah.
Hey, Leak! Come here. You bent it back too soon. That's why you got hit. Out the front door. Don't make your mind up. Don't make your mind up.
Out the front door, not the back.
Not the back door. You know, and that's what's great about Jamal and Warren. You know, man, take some coaching and listen to you and apply it in the game. And
Cody Harris, I think, got the block. He could have had the first one.
That's a big play. Get you on the board with a special teams.
Special teams touchdown. Special teams scores are so big for momentum. Every sport is momentum, but man, when you get two possessions like that, it's really what that is. Compared to the other team's one, it's a big uplift for your team. Again, another 3 and out. We start with great field position. You know, we're all watching Sammy Akim grow up right before our eyes.
Two wideouts off the line.
Yep.
The inner guy is in no man's land. He's not on the line and he's not in the back.
He needs to back up a little bit.
Yes,
just to make sure we're not okay. All right, sure. Try. Okay. Hey, Sammy. When we're in Trey, are you the inside guy? Okay. Back up just a little bit. Okay. The referee said, "Now I know he put his hand back, but he's closer than the other guy. Just
he thinks I'm kind of on.
You told him you were back, so he knew to call you back. He just wants you to step back a half a yard. All right, you're good."
And the referees, do they communicate that way with you? Is that a normal thing?
It is a normal thing. This referee crew really liked to coach me up. They thought I needed some help.
Well, you know, you're new.
That's right. It's okay. They're West Side guys. I understand.
There you go.
Fake punt, man. Again, the Josh Holliday show. Just a fantastic design by Coach Holt and great execution. And then the Josh Holliday show continues with the jet sweep. Great block by Jamal Shaw and tiptoe into the end zone. Piece of cake.
Tigers rolling at this point.
Short. It's short. It's short. Short. It's short.
So you're saying it's short?
I think it's short.
Run your fake, Tim.
I got a pretty good eye for that.
Back for the Wolves. We got it. It's here. Look at it.
Offside!
Guys offside. You don't get the call. He's across the football.
Go. You got it.
We let a guy free.
Yeah. Well, they actually bumped. They bumped their front. We should have came down right on you. Holiday. Well, I knew Holiday would have to make a guy miss. They went offsides, didn't they?
They did. They were offsides, and that says something to the referee.
What do you got here, Coach Walzer? Oh, hey, yummy. You got to win here with the tight end. You got to play. There it is. You got to play. You got to play. You got to play. Good play. Nice play. Nice job by Cantrell and a great play. Nice job by Cantrell and by Jamal. Hey, that's a great shot, Jamal. Nice job, Jamal.
Nice job, Big Fat. Nice job. You're a hero, baby. You're a hero. Nice job on the edge. We had him lined up. He had a 6 technique on the tight end, and Canto's going to get that. And then the safety came rolling down. The jet motion came, and Jamal knocked the dog out of him.
That's a lot of information.
That's a lot of information. I'll take handing the ball to Holiday behind Cantrell and Jamal's blocks every time. We can get that lined up. It was a great play call. We had what we wanted pre-snap, and then 2 great blocks on the edge results in 6 points. Here, Brady Jones, we're going to lose our starting corner right there over some friendly fire. You know, it's just one of those injuries that happens in a football game. He's not hurt bad. He'll be fine. He'll probably play this week. But he missed the rest of the game, and it was good. We got a young guy in the game, and you'll see him make some highlights here in a little bit, Jay Ivey.
Into the first quarter, and again, a special teams touchdown, and then a great run by Holiday to get you up 14-0. And really from the get-go, this game, Coach, at least from my vantage point, you guys had control of this game.
We did. We controlled it right from the very beginning. You know, we're almost better off even if we lose the toss, kicking off.
Right.
Because we're kicking in the end zone. The defense is playing so well. We were on a short field the whole first quarter. We get the defensive touch or the special teams touchdown, and then we get the ball at the 45-yard line, and we go score. So great first half. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah, and as a bonus, you got some tips from the referees.
I did. They told me how to line my receivers up, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's how everybody's just trying to help you. It takes a village to get you through a game, doesn't it?
It does.
I'm kidding,
it takes
Coach.
a village.
All right, let's get back to the second quarter highlights.
Well, we don't see the first pass interference penalty. That's how Edmond got in the plus side of the field. They get the first pass interference, and we're going to do a good job here standing up after the penalty and making something happen. There's Jay Ivey making a tackle. He did a great job coming in cold, and there's Jake Freesting, who's done such a good job almost every play this year, breaking the ball up in the end zone. Big tackle for no gain. Good job by the defense after the pass interference penalty, forcing them to try to kick a field goal.
I tell you, I was really impressed with the inside technique of Levi Vandervender, who came over.
Go get it.
He got a bad start.
Right under his hand.
2 first downs we gave him. All right? You're good enough to blitz without jumping. All right? All right? Coach him up. Coach him up.
When I'm talking to the coaches, coach the kids, tell them what they're doing right, tell them what they're doing wrong.
Yeah.
You know, we accentuate the positives and fix the negatives. And we did a great job of that. The assistant coach did a great job of that Friday night, or Thursday night, excuse me.
We need to get first down here. Give the defense some time to make some adjustments.
You guys obviously moving the ball well again.
Yeah, we did. We
Great
did. You know, we
catch.
needed to make some first downs, let the defense make some adjustments, and we did. We dug it out. We had a guy open right there and just missed him a little bit. Waiting to hit that big shot to Brendan Franklin.
All right, you got ringo protection, right? Yes, sir. Yeah, they bring 2 from that side. Who's open? Yeah, could have gone to the right. It's open. Now I know, hey, the post might have been open, okay, but when they're coming from this way, just to replace the blitz with the football, okay?
Sounds simple, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a lot more difficult when those guys are running right at you
Exactly.
with bad intentions.
Defense does another great job of holding.
Yep.
And here we get a little lucky.
We get Josh Holiday trying to make a play, and that's okay. He's made plays for us all year, but he might take the biggest hit of the season right there.
That was a big one.
That was a big hit. He got ejected.
Yeah, but he got up and
Look at his left arm.
that was a big hit.
That's a very big hit. Shoulder. Big hit. You know, bounced right up, and he's fine too. He just got a bruise on his shoulder. Nothing structurally wrong with the shoulder. He'll be fine. Warren Lee.
Here we go.
Here
Break
we
that
go.
tape, Warren.
I love it. They'll bring the safeties down so low. We went to a little ISO block. You hear me talk about it here in a second, and the safety fits wrong. And we go for the touchdown.
Oh, hey, woo!
Go score.
ISO, thank you. ISO, thank you, out the back door.
All right, that one out the back door, you hear it. It's a gap blocking scheme, and when the safeties try to fit, when they're up that close to the line of scrimmage and they misfit, there's two places for him to go straight. ISO does not go out the front side.
Yeah.
He goes either straight down the hash
or
back behind the blocks. Again, more great plays by the defense. Good job by Gage Kaiser and Eric Clark coming backwards on the screen, and Cody Harris slipping between the offensive linemen. Another punt for Edmond Santa Fe. Josh Holliday's hurt, so we got some new guys going to come in here and
We'll get the ball to start the second half, man. Okay, let's get this half over. All right, we'll get the ball to start the second half. Safety's down low. 8's going to make the tackle. No, he's not. Great job, Brendan. Back up, back up, back up. Okay, that's how. Don't. Cantrell, don't. Someone teach Cantrell something.
Somebody teach Cantrell something.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to score. Jamal's going to score right here is what I'm talking about. Jamal's going to have a touchdown. There's a new penalty they instituted about 3 years ago in high school football, blocking behind the play. Even though it would be a clean block if it wouldn't hit him, it's no significance to the play, taking kind of a cheap shot on an Edmond Santa Fe guy, even though he saw it coming. So he didn't really hit him.
Brandon Franklin, come here. That is a great job.
What a great run.
Great run. But I'm giving number 9, Brandon Franklin, all the love right there. He's the one that blocked the safety that created the big run for Jamal.
Hey, Devin, remember when I said I wanted a touchdown? All right here.
Yeah, how about Devin Cruz got it?
Cruiser's got it.
Yep.
All right. Boy, he is punt. Look how deep he is. Fair catch. No, go. Get down. Don't turn your back. Hey, easy. Easy.
Little coaching up there.
Little coaching up. New guy in there. He's got great hands and great confidence. I really like Devin Cruz, and we're going to see him watch later in the highlights on offense, but you'll see him the rest of the year catching punts. He'll do a good job.
Up big 27-3 at halftime, and your team really just looks so good in all phases. And as you talked about, really, again, we looked at the running game of the Tigers really leading the way offensively. Right. Austin Gilmore did a good job, didn't do anything that would get you in trouble, and just let the horses run. Right,
and it's been our recipe for success. Quarterback just being not flashy, just being steady and being consistent. When he doesn't feel comfortable making the throw, getting positive yardage, handing the ball and blocking well. Edmond Santa Fe sent every blitz and stunt known to man, and we picked it all up.
Well, it was a great first half. We'll be back with the second half highlights right after this.
At St. John, you're not the patient in 201. You're a 7-month survivor. You're not the heart attack victim on the 4th floor. You're hero to Ava, Charlie, and Caleb. You're more than a diagnosis or database entry. You're the reason we exist. Our entire staff is committed to making you stronger. It's why Telson's, for 85 years and counting, choose the health family of St. John.
Back on Inside Tiger Football with head coach David Alexander. We're taking a look back at the Thursday night matchup between your Tigers and Edmond Santa Fe. Tigers up big 27-3 at half. And again, if you haven't been with us the whole time, my good friend is mic'd up, which always gives us a different insight at the highlights. So we're going to go right back to second half now, Coach.
Awesome. I'm going to kick the ball to Jake Friesting right here. Not a guy that's had the ball in his hands very much, plays defensive back and forgets to make that last guy miss. I just wanted to welcome him to 6A football. How about the way to start the second half right here? What a great start. you know, Jamal just his leg turnover doesn't look like he's going that fast.
ISO is a good play.
How good is he?
He's really, really, really good.
And yeah,
he is really, really good.
And you're right, it doesn't look like he's going to have that breakaway speed, but he does.
He covers so much ground with each stride. So it doesn't look like he's going that fast because his leg turnover is just pretty average, but he's covering 4 yards a step. Good job of the defense. You know, really, really early here, you see some different numbers in there.
Where's our trainers at? Find the trainer. Go find the doctor. What's up, big dog? Ankle?
It's my knee.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's fine.
You're making a funny face. For being okay, you're making a funny face.
What happened?
It popped out. It went back. I don't know.
Your kneecap popped out?
Yeah, it popped right here and went back.
Oh, your kneecap? Well, if it's funny, you're not doing anything. You're just laying there dreaming about your girlfriend. Just felt like his kneecap popped out.
Some blocks came back. It's not that bad.
Nice job! Good job!
She's so bad.
Here you go. Here you go.
The clean shaven body.
Here you go. Santa Fe ball.
Oh. I was trying to get that.
It was incomplete. No one caught it.
Going back to the injury, you know, you hear me talking to Taylor Steins right there. You know, just try to get their mind when the kid gets hurt. You know, they're scared. They don't know if they're hurt really bad or not. Ask them about their girlfriend. Tell them to breathe. You know, all that stuff. Just trying to think about something else besides.
How many football games have you played? Do you even know what happened?
I had Peter.
They snapped the ball over his head in the end zone, and you're tackling the guy over here. So play football. It's all right. You're in hold up. I understand that. Just right. Yeah, eyes up. That's right. Good. That was a perfect answer. All right.
Tyler Hazerig, and he plays a great ball game in the second half. Plays a couple different positions. He's on every special teams. Tyler Hazerig's the senior, done a great job. Well, I'd like to wish he'd have thrown the ball to Cantrell over there in the flat, but again, you know, he gains 3 or 4 yards. We stay ahead of the sticks, and we're able to hand the ball to guys like Leak and Shaw. This was a frustrating sequence right here. I believe that.
12 men on the flag. 12 men on the field. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Hey, don't let 99 throw his helmet either. You guys back up. Don't let 99 pick up his helmet and throw it. They got a guy on the hash over there running off. They got 12 guys on the field.
Tiger. So you're saying there was 12 guys?
I believe there were at least 12 guys on the field. The referee's going to come over here in a minute and tell me he's doing a great job for us, and I'm not exactly sure that's.
They didn't give us a first down. You guys, that's it. You guys are done now.
We'll have to throw another one. Let's knock it off. We're working you guys a pretty good football game.
You guys are in pretty good shape. Have them relax. We're not going to screw you.
Well,
We're going to take care of you.
Okay. All right. On the third down, they had 13 guys on the field.
I'm going to check on that. I was a little curious. We didn't have a flag either, but I'm out in the middle of the field. So.
I know that's not your call, but.
Well, it's a little, you know, he disarmed me when he said, yeah, I think there might have been a flag. I need to check on that. I mean, obviously it's too late.
Right.
And what he's trying to tell you is, look, you know, we want to go home too, and we're not going to throw any flags. Well, you know, you got to call the game. You got to call the penalties.
Good job, Hazerig. Not bad. That's third and 3.
I believe it's 3rd and 3.
Yeah, that's a good math. That's that math background, Coach.
It is. He gained 7 yards, and 10 minus 7 would leave him with 3 yards to gain.
That's the education that we love about Broken Arrow right
Broken Arrow. I graduated, man, in 12 years.
They're perfect.
This is a little frustrating. Obviously, you know, we've got a bunch of younger guys in there, newer guys in the front 7, and
it's an extra point.
Make one mistake and give them a big play.
Big play. Big play.
Our back judge pulled a groin. we're going to go with 4 officials for the remainder of this game. Save your long passes for another night, okay?
Offside!
Wow.
And he told me not to throw any deep passes, you know. And he's, I don't know what he had on his finger right there.
He was clean. He was just breathing his ear.
Jake Freestein, great kickoff.
Great job!
Good job by Gilmore here getting it to Sammy. The teams in the playoffs better be watch out for Sammy. He's going to create some havoc. What a run by Jamal.
Yeah, so good.
I think everybody had a shot at him.
Roll on your back, brother. It'll calm down in a second. It'll stop burning in a second. It'll stop burning in a second.
Can tell me what happened, man?
He was pulling. Did you get hit as you were pulling?
Moisture pain back here.
And then hit you in the back?
Where's it hurt the most?
Where's it hurt? In the back?
Side? I can't tell.
He didn't. It's burning.
Get up and we'll get a look on that sideline. There you go.
Jake, come. Jake got him. Jake, over here on this side, Jake. On this side, Jake.
Let's go. All right. Come on. Let's go.
Another example of keeping them calm and.
Yeah, just trying to talk to them. You know, they get hurt like that. They want to hold their breath.
Yeah.
And clench their teeth, and you can't relax. The doctors can't evaluate them. So you just try to talk to them, get them to open their eyes, spit their mouthpiece out. You know, just get them calmed down a little bit. And actually, Seal's he got hit in the thigh. He's just got a deep thigh bruise, and he's really sore the last few days, but he'll be okay. He'll play Friday night.
Good. So into the third quarter, 37-11, and really on the radio call, what we were worried most about is we were getting banged up a little bit.
We were.
And but so far, all the injuries that we've seen on tape, are they nothing that will hold them out of the playoffs?
Yeah, nothing that'll hold anybody out of the playoffs. The 3 guys you saw, Holiday, Taylor Steins, and that was Randy Seal, they're going to be fine.
Okay.
You know, they're all okay. No major joint issues. I mean, they're all bruises. But just like you, during the game, when we were changing over to the fourth quarter, I'm telling the coordinators on the headset, hey, let's start subbing some guys out. Let's start protecting our franchise guys, and we start doing that, and just to make sure we don't get any more nicks or injuries.
So when the referee comes to you and they lose the back judge, and he tells you not to throw any deep patterns, what happens if you do?
Well, that's a great question. I don't know. I'm really surprised that he's come over here and telling me, how I should call my game or what he wants me to do. Maybe he's telling me if I throw it deep, they're going to throw a flag on me. I don't know what he's telling me. Completely surprised.
Yeah.
I think that was a little crossing the line a little bit.
Do you think we'll see them again this week?
We will probably not see that crew again this week.
That's shocking.
I do. Head coaches have a little thing we can get on the OSA website and scratch refereeing crews, and needless to say, they won't be doing more games.
Ever happens again, just throw a deep post, see what happens.
Just the next play?
Yeah, I think it'd be fun to see what happens with Coach. But make sure you're mic'd up, as always, for the rebuttal,
That's right.
as we say. All right, back to the fourth quarter as the Tigers try to wrap this one up from Watland Stadium.
This is their last shot right here. If they fake it, it's their last shot. If they punt it, they're done. No, they didn't even. Not even close. Not even close. Bobby, someone get Bobby off. Never mind.
Someone get Bobby off the field. Oh, never mind.
Fumbled handoff exchange there.
Yeah, frustrating. They went for it on 4th down from their own 30-yard line. And they were trying to play, and they didn't get it. If we go down and score until the game is over, we give them a little bit of advantage momentum-wise, and they're going to go back down and score here in a little bit. It's frustrating. But, we got new guys in the game, new quarterback.
Hey, these guys, when you go on the field, you got to tell you guys you're 7-4 to come out.
Hey, if you're playing,
okay? It's not rocket science.
Oh, here comes! I knew Cole was going to do that.
Is the term sign tree something you learned in your postgraduate studies?
Yeah, that was in my University of Tulsa days.
Okay, that's an interesting word.
It's the study of rockets.
Okay, perfect.
We're not trying to land anybody on the moon. We're just studying rockets.
That's right up there with George W. Bush and strategery.
Hey, I'm good with that.
Okay, fair enough.
I might have used strategery in my lifetime.
So here's this drive you were talking about.
Yeah, here's this drive we're talking about. Well, actually, this is the one we're going to end up. We've still got some guys. We've subbed our first defense back in.
Right.
When they left their first offense out there, so we put them back in, and we're going to get an interception right here.
Pick it, Cody. Pick. Have baby. Go score. Go score, Cody. Go score, Cody. Go score, Cody.
Self-tacticalization.
It happens.
It does. Here the quarterback stumbles out, and look at this.
Cruise missile.
The cruise missile, let the bodies hit the floor. We got them all knocked down. Piece of cake. This time, Zeke Cantrell learned. He just yells at him, boo, and the guy stops running. That was awesome. I love Devin Cruz, man. He's a stud.
Face mask!
The umpire standing right there, on film, it's really blatant. The face mask on Devin.
Yeah.
They don't throw the flag either, but it ended up, all right, we scored. So here's good. We get everybody some playing time. We got all new 11 guys out there and making some plays. Some guys making some plays. It's great. There's Micah Mebane. He's going to be a dandy for us. He's a big, tall kid. He's got to put some weight on. Unfortunate there on the touchdown. Wyatt Walker on the coverage, but that's okay, man. It's all right. Get those guys some playing time in a varsity football game.
Dominating victory, 44-17. You come out a little banged up, but not too bad.
Right.
And got one more regular season game, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But coming out of that game with one game left, how do you feel as far as what you're developing toward the playoffs?
Well, I think we've grown up a bunch. I love how aggressive we're being on special teams. It's going to be a big advantage for us in the playoffs. We've shown all kinds of different fake punts at the different formations. We're blocking punts. We're going to create a lot of things for other teams to prepare for, and we're playing fantastic on defense.
Yeah, you certainly are. Look forward to one more regular season game as we go back to Wantland.
Yes,
yeah,
awesome. Isn't that great?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Yeah. Well, the locker room is so tiny that we enjoy it. It's an intimate setting.
You get a little more closeness. It's always good, yeah. Well, we'll talk a little bit more about next week's matchup, or this week's matchup, actually, against the Bulldogs from Edmond Memorial. But when we come back, it's time to get to know another Broken Arrow Tiger football coach. Back right after this.
My Contour helps me discover all new sides to myself, like it knows I'm into sci-fi and personally recommends new things I didn't know existed. Like intergalactic biohumanoid sci-fi, lovable ogre sci-fi, and whatever this is. I just look for the diamonds, and suddenly, I'm into whole new worlds of entertainment. That's why Contour is TV just for me.
For the many sides of you, there's Contour.
Back on Inside Tiger Football with head coach David Alexander. It's time for this week's installment of Get to Know Your Coach, and this week's featured coach is Paul Croft.
I started out in education. I got out of education and started watching a show called Cops, Kicking Indoors, and I walked over one day and changed my major to criminal justice, and I told her about 2 months later, and it's kind of surprising, but I ended up graduating from Northeastern after we transferred, and with a criminal justice and history degree, and my wife got accepted to pharmacy school at Weatherford, and so we moved to Weatherford, and with that criminal law degree, I got hired by the Federal Bureau of Prisons, and so in my first 4.5, 5 years, I worked for the Federal Bureau of Prisons while she was going through pharmacy school. And, I always tell the kids when we covered the Oklahoma City bombing, I sat on McVeigh and Nichols that blew up the Oklahoma City building. And so, I got to see a lot while I worked in there. My wife got out of pharmacy school, and I joked with my grandmother. I said, Grandma, I'm in prison, and Jennifer's now a drug dealer, and but she was like, "Oh, you poor kids." But but the prison system, the one thing that taught me is structure has to be in place. At that place, if you didn't follow the rules, people died. And so that's one of the things I still carry to this day is structures, policy, and rules. If that's what it says, that's what we do. And then that carries on to the classroom and out here on the coaching field. But after Jennifer got out of pharmacy school, we transferred to Memphis, and she ended up getting pregnant out there, and we had Colton. He's our oldest one right now, and we decided it was time to move back to Spiro in 1999. When we moved back to Spiro, Coach Bunch came up to me. It's the head football coach there now. And he said, "Hey, why don't you go get your teaching certificate?" And so I said, "Hey, all right." So I went and got it, and they hired me that year, and that's kind of history. We moved back to Spiro. I started coaching where I graduated from, and we ended up having 2 boys, Colton and Connor, and it's been a good time. I've enjoyed it. Pretty young staff. I think I'm considered, I think they call me uncle on the staff. Coach Ford and Coach Alexander and myself are the older ones, and the rest ones, kind of call them young pups, But, man, what a staff it is. Coach Klink and Brady Walls, the offense and defense coordinators, those guys know what they're doing, and the rest of the guys on the staff as well. Very experienced staff. When I first started coaching, I was, considered, kind of an idiot by some, those coaches that scream and holler all the time. But, the older I get, the more I kind of sit back and watch things and try to make that adjustment. And these guys here, man, they're great coaches. They're nothing like I used to be, but they get after it and, just kind of reminding things, hey, we're here at high school, and let's get after them, have fun. Dom Burks, our starting defensive tackle, when he came over in the spring, he struggled to get 15 push-ups in, and the setups were just killing him, and the sweat was just rolling off of him. And that was kind of the way I was as a young guy. I was kind of bigger than most, but I could play, but I really didn't understand the game. But the more Dom has stayed in this thing and worked at it, you could see a big difference in him. And that's kind of the same way I think it was when I was playing. I didn't really understand a lot, and it was hard at first, but then the more we got in, the more we stayed hooked up and working, the easier it got for us, for me as we got older. Oh yeah, I love to go hunting. It's up here, it's a little difficult to get out, but as I was growing up and my time in Spiro, in fact, that's where I took my wife on our first date, was out in the dove field. And I think she didn't think we was going to shoot anything, but when we got out there and we got our limit, she knew what was going on then. But, oh yeah, hunting's always been a part, and fishing. Growing up, we owned a bait shop there in Spiro, and so, I was always in the outdoors. Well, when I was in high school, it wasn't very tough because I'd leave practice. I wasn't coaching then. I didn't have to stay back and make sure everything was cleaned up and all that. I just, and you could also, back then, you could have your gun hanging in the back window of your truck in 1986. And so we all had our guns in our truck, and as soon as practice was over with, it wasn't but about 2 minutes to the bottoms where we was at to go dove hunting. You got to be careful when you're cooking duck, or you'll be eating liver. So, there's a certain way I like to eat that. I like to soak it for a while in vinegar and milk and then fry it up. And after I get it fried up, I turn that grease and the crumbs into gravy and make a big old thick deal of gravy, put the bread out, the duck out over it, and spread that gravy over top of it and get after it. No, I may take a couple of them snipe hunting one day, though.
Who's going to be your victim?
Clink. I'm going to take him snipe hunting, him and Craver and Gates. I'm going to take those guys out there with Hobbs.
I hope they can figure it out. They're a lot younger than we think.
They'll be shaking that bag for a couple hours. Here's Snivy.
All right, Coach, other than Coach Croft making extra money during the holidays maybe as Santa Claus, I'm just saying.
As a ball Santa, right?
Talk about Coach Croft.
Coach Croft, great man, great family man. Coaches inside noses and tackles on defense. He grew up small town. He was a coach at Spiro, coached football, baseball, junior high basketball. He's done everything, knows ins and outs. His kids, just a little side fact here, his youngest son's our ball boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paul's done a fantastic job, and he's one of the guys that's closer to my age in the group. So guys that keeps Coach Klink in line and Coach Hobbs, those younger guys, helps keep them in line.
That's a full-time
job. That is a full-time gig.
Yeah, and I tell you, obviously I loved hearing you mic'd up, but to be able to catch some of the side conversations off your microphone from your assistant coaches, always colorful.
It is.
Always fun.
You're a great group of men, and it is fun. You never know what you're going to hear.
And that's always a good thing. We're going to take a final break, and when we come back, we will look at our second consecutive trip to Wantland Stadium and look at the Tigers' final regular season matchup against the Bulldogs from Edmond Memorial.
It's no secret that Oklahoma schools have their challenges. We all want to help our schools excel, and TTCU has a great way to get involved. Right now, when you open a TTCU checking account with a School Pride Visa check card, you'll get $50, and so will your school. Each time you swipe, they donate. So far, they've given nearly $500,000 to local schools. Together, we can make a real difference for our kids. Cash for you and your school? Check at TTCU.
Back on Inside Tiger Football, and now we're going to take a look at the matchup of the final regular season game as the Tigers take on Edmond Memorial. Coach, what do you expect from Edmond Memorial? They've played some good games this year.
You know, they've been streaky. They've been up and down. But here's what we're going to expect from Edmond Memorial. We're going to get their absolute best game. They have a lot riding on this football game. For us, our playoff seeding is not going to change.
Yeah.
You know, we're a home game. We're going to play Mustang, and that's set in stone. If Edmond Memorial can beat us, they'll move from a 4 to a 3 seed, which will keep them have to play Union in the first round. So we're going to see a very, very determined, hungry football team. On defense, they will blitz. They're going to send 3 or 4 linebackers every play. They're going to try to create some big plays. Offensively, their main weapon is their tailback. Young man who's had a great, great career. I believe he's 68 or 78 yards away from 5,000 career rushing yards. He returns kicks. He plays offense. He plays a little bit of defense in the nickel. So they're going to hand the ball to their number 6, and they're going to blitz us and try to create turnovers.
Well, it should be a good game. And if you guys get up like you did against Edmond Santa Fe and you go into the halftime locker room with a pretty big lead, knowing that you face a tough Mustang team in the first round of the playoffs, at what point will you start subbing some of those guys out to keep them healthy, or do you keep them in as long as they're keeping in their ones?
Well, no, usually we'll have to take them out.
Yeah.
If we get up a couple scores in the third quarter, we'll have to start taking out our guys because it doesn't matter. I mean, we're going to win the football game. We're going to put the guys in the field that we're going to win, and we have gotten a lot of guys reps. We're going to win the football game. But we're going to need to protect the guys that play both ways. We're going to need the guys that handle the football, and we're going to have to get them out, just because it's just not worth it,
Right.
getting an injury.
Well, we look forward to a big win, final regular season game, and you can catch all of the action on 97.1 The Sports Animal, as well as online at arrowvision.tv. The radio call begins at 6:30, and then the kickoff will be around 7 or 7:05. You can also follow that game on CBS Game Tracker. And folks, talk about something that might change your life. Tuesday nights, 6 to 7 o'clock at Raising Cane's, we do the Coach Alexander Tiger Talk show, and we have a lot of fun.
We have a great time.
Sometimes we think we're funnier than anybody else does.
That's okay. We entertain ourselves.
But all season long, I have said the first person who comes and tells Coach Alexander that you heard about this radio show, we will buy you a box dinner from Raising Cane's. And not one person has taken us up on that. Broken Arrow school employees are not eligible for this contest. But come on by, say hi to the coach, or you can join us on the air on 97.1 The Sports Animal, 6 to 7 o'clock every Tuesday night. We certainly want to thank our sponsors who make this program possible: Cox Communications, St. John of Broken Arrow, TTCU, the Credit Union, First National Bank of Broken Arrow, the Arrow Group, and Bank of Oklahoma. We also want to thank our Friday night game crew and the studio crew for making this show and many others possible. For head coach David Alexander, I'm Mark Frie. We'll see you next week, everyone.
Purple Rain, trust your teammates, right, and trust the call. Whatever the call is, you run it, okay? Trust your teammates, they're going to be there for you, and trust the call, all right? You'll be fine. Oh man, I'm 50. That was, we would call that the holiday drive, right? Hey, what did we tell you? You're hurting your teammates. All right?
Yo, what's one? Yo, what's one? Okay? You better go make a play. Yo, what's one?
Carter got flattened. Carter, we have a flat Carter now, like a flat Stanley, like the old kids do at school. Oh, I remember this play. It's who they are. It's who they are. All right, we've allowed it. All right, we've allowed it. We've got to coach it out of them. All right, that's our fault. It's not his fault.
Tiger 8-yard line. First.
That's who he is. Don't they know how to run that? Do we practice that?